Well, I'm ready to start this Moscow picture. I pulled up on the internet a picture of it in real life colors, and it's really done in a lot of different colors, yellows, kind of a brown, a teal green, just a green. What else is in there? Yellow, kind of a brick color, some white. So I'm just looking at it. I don't know if I can post a picture of it or not, but anyway, I'm looking at it, so I may have to quiet my computer every once in a while. So if I forget, I'm sorry. But we're just going to go with these colors. Let me see if I can find a little more. We're just going to exaggerate a little bit, but so we're just going to use, what do we got here? A burnt sienna, 283. Man, the helicopters have been over my house for days now. I don't know what's going on from the Air Force Base. Burnt ochre, I don't know if you can hear it, 187. We're going to use terracotta, 186. And then it stops. Indian red, 192. We're going to use sanguina, 188. Then we're going to use this. This is a emerald green, which it has a lot of this in it. And I see a little bit of this color too. Okay, I'm seeing some more colors, light green, 171 and 163. And then I'm seeing different yellows, but let's pull. I'm seeing a teal, a pretty teal. Where is my teals? These are polychromos pencils. Let me look in my book and see if maybe I didn't pull any teals. And I didn't, so let's pull 3 different teals. Kind of a medium and dark. So this is a cobalt green. And that is exactly the same thing because I know I'd love this color, so I ordered 2 when I was replacing some of these cobalt turquoise. So that should work. And then I've got a few different yellows, 107 cad yellow, 108 and dark cad yellow. And we have a light yellow ochre and a dark yellow ochre, 107, 108, 183, and 184. And those are the colors we are going to be working on this. So let's start with this tallest one. So when I'm looking at the picture, it is a couple of shades of this bricky kind of color. So let's start in here, and I'm going to just fill this in. It's not exactly, it doesn't look exactly like what that looks like, but we're going to try to color it in those colors. So I'm just going to lightly fill this in, and then we'll start shading it. And as I look up, I will see the different colors that they've used in here. I think this is a tree. This must be a tree back here, and a tree. That's a chicken, and there is no chicken on there. And there's a tree. So just kind of, I just like to identify what is or isn't the building. So we just want to work on the buildings right now. So that building, I used the terracotta. So this is the burnt ochre. And then it's really much redder. Orangey red. So I'm thinking it's more the Sanguina 188. Let's try. It's even orangier red than that. So I'm just going to give it a shot. It is close to being orange. It's kind of in between. So, like we did with the building, where I took one color and changed it up, I'm going to use, go ahead, I'm just talking my way through this. So I am going to just go over this with this, what was this, terracotta, because that's got a little more red in it. I'm just doing it lightly, so let's see how it works out. Now let's take our orange and go over that. Okay, that's closer. That's closer. So, which one did I use? That was for the base coat. This one was to go over a little bit more. Let's go over this top little part. I'm going to I'm going to heavy this corners. I'm going to darken heavier the color of the corners. Just two. And let's see what happens if we just use
TV disconnected.
Well, you heard that. That thing scares me so often. It's my it hooks up to my TV, it hooks up to my phone, it hooks up to my computer. I think we need a little darker in order to. And what's nice is when I can't hear it very well, I turn that on. and I can hear. So I've had it for quite a while. When I lived out in a little tiny place in the desert, in the middle of between Phoenix and the higher mountains, I lived in a fifth wheel for a while, and the only TV I had was my phone. That was my only. I didn't have any internet, so I couldn't even use my computer for about a year. Okay, that kind of blended it. And then I'm going to come back because it's got little dots of yellow, and I'm going to use the Posca pen on that one. So let me do this too. I think video too. I'm going to figure out how to do it to where I don't even talk. It's just a speed. Because it seems like most people aren't watching the video too when it's 1 and 2. I mean, a lot of you do. But a lot of you don't. And I see if I can just speed it up. And then if it takes 3 videos, we'll just finish up the last one with me talking. And see how that goes. See if you like it. If you don't like it, let me know. I'll do whatever you like. And I think in here, let's see. I'm going to take out the color. And we're going to put in, oops, there went my picture. Okay, there it is. I'm going to just put in some yellow because it's got like these little dots of yellow all over it on like the little edges. Let's see. And then just barely go over it and see if it doesn't. I'm just trying to lighten it up a little bit. I was thinking I wanted to darken it, but I think that just kind of makes it a lighter orange. Then we took this pencil and we just gave it a little shading. Last night I was sitting here coloring and talking to my mom on the phone. I have a little stand that I stand the phone up on, and then I can just talk. Well, as I'm talking, this spider that was about this big, it just came crawling right across. I went flying. It went flying. I did find him. Yes, I did. And he is with Jesus. If spiders go to heaven. And I pulled everything out around my desk and around here, and I sprayed everything because it is that time of the year they'll be all coming out. And I always seem to get those little tiny ants in my bathroom. One day I woke up and I thought the floor was moving. They were everywhere. in the bathroom and I didn't get to them soon enough. I think I put some vinegar down or something. My mom says put cinnamon down and they'll disappear quick. But I sprayed last year. I'm gonna trick them this year. I'm gonna scrub my floor and I'm gonna give it a little spray. Okay, so now we're just going to take a yellow pasta. And yes, I know I shouldn't be doing this right now, but I'm going to. I'm going to put the little dots. I just want to see what it looks like. Look how pretty. Oops, I missed the center. That's okay. I got it. So really on the building, it's like on the edges of everything. But I think we're going to leave it like that. Okay, so then I'm going to sharpen this pencil, my white Chinese pencil, because it does a good job. And this is kind of an off-white. I do have my polychromos white, and I betcha I do. I have my Prisma white. So now we're going to go into a teal. Sorry, I had that sharpened. So it's kind of like this teal comes up here. Of course, this isn't exactly. Because the picture isn't exactly either. But it's going to have those colors in it. Okay. I'm looking at my picture. I probably should have printed it out so you could have seen it too. But if you just look it up on okay, it's kind of got this color in the center. We're going to be kind of close to what we're doing. Oh, let me get this one. And I'm just going to deepen the color. This is just the darker cobalt. Why does that sound weird when I say that? I just want to deepen a little bit on one side. I'm not going to have a line, and I really don't want to. I want to leave the top the lighter one. Okay. And then looking at it again, this has kind of got like white, it's red, white in the middle, and red. So I'm going to, do I have the light one? Yeah, good. Start emphasizing, improvising. And we'll do the dark. think I'm going to just do yellow here in the center. And I'm not sure. These things aren't really there. I see them below. This is kind of okay. I'm going to just barely go on the outer edge, not all the way around. I'm just going to catch the edge, and I can come back and erase that little bit there. I did find me some erasers that fit this, the little ones. I was wondering, so sometimes I just get busy and find it, put it in my basket, then drop it down into below, like saving it. I'm just going to put a little bit darker down here, and then make these little circles darker. And I got it. Okay. I'm a-looking. I'm gonna sharpen my Prisma white and see how that does, because it's kind of got like little circles, which is fine, and these have like a little half moon circle of white. This must be all part. Okay, these must be all part of this building, is what she's saying. It's what she saw. So let's go along with what she drew. So these three things are all one. So this picture will match up with my train picture because it's going to have a lot of this color, and this color is also in that picture. Okay, so now we took the dark and we went inside there and just a little bit at the bottom, right there. And then we went with the yellow, which is still in my hand. Okay. So what color was the top part? Find it. Okay. So I'm going to take the darkest one. So the top is this color. Then there's a little tiny white line, and then it's filled in with the darker brownish color. So I don't know how close I can get to just doing half of this. And if it's really a pain, I'm just going to fill it in. But let's see what I can do. All right, let's see if we can. Okay, how I do it is I move the eraser towards it when I'm just barely trying to erase something like that. And that's already got the white in it. Okay, that leaves a little tiny white. Let's take the white and go right underneath there. And I keep going down into that thing. And then you fill in the inside of it. And some of that white got on there, so then we can go over it with a little bit of orange. And that wasn't really dark enough, was it? That's better. Okay, let's give it a little orange. I don't even have to go clear to the top, just let it get a taste of the orange. How's that? Okay, let's do the same up here. I don't think we added the orange in there. We're in there. Let's add our orange while we're here. And I can't see the top of this thing. Let's see if I go. Oh, I see it now. Okay. So this ball up here is just a little bit this color, and it looks like just a little bit that color. I'm going to take my darker on this side and pull it around. Oops. Let's see if I can see the top of that thing. I can't. There is no. Okay. And this thing is kind of like gold. So we're going to use the yellow. And then come down with this terracotta, is it? Yeah, it is. And then it just got kind of darker. So then we're going to take, nope, it's a darker color. So let's try this one, the burnt ochre. And it's still yet a little darker. So let's go in with our burnt sienna, especially on this side. I'm just trying to get it really deep there and then lighten up as we come around, because it is very, very dark right in here. I'm gonna I'm gonna say that's good. And just try to blend this back up. And this color is pulling into this yellow, so we want to be careful not to spread it helter-skelter. I'm going to just clean the bottom off a little bit. And I'm going to get this brighter. Oh no. It's sticking to my arm. Let's move it out of my arm way. I don't want it to fall on the ground again. And that's really getting pretty, isn't it? Okay. I'm going to use this brighter yellow to kind of make it look like that's what they did. I'm going to put this little doodad here. I can't see it, so it doesn't matter. And then I'm going to take that out. I'm going to just put a yellow line. Make this orange. And then come back in. Just like that. Give this just a little bit of contrast there. Okay. And I think I needed a little more color. Okay. Where's my blue? I'm going to just pull some of that blue down just to add a little color. Just add a little bit there, and then come back in with my orange and try to just give it a little bit of oomph. Okay. All right, I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. So now we did that part, and now there's that part. And then we got all these, which this isn't like that at all. So it's up to me. It's up to me to make a good choice. So let's just fill these in again. And take our orange. Oops. Go slower, be more controlled. A little tiny spot. And I'm going to take the white and I'm going to go over it. Try not to go all the way to the top. And we'll just kind of protect the bottom. And we'll leave that one like that. And then I'm going to just sharpen it up one little sharpen. Try to get a good point. And I'm just going to go right over the top. And whatever happens, happens. Because this is pretty small. Well, I got some of the white showing through. Try it again. Get my fingers back so you can see too. Okay. I say for what it was, did pretty good. That one looks a little rough. Okay. That is what it looks like. So, what do we got? Some kind of little, looks like curtains. So. This is going to be this color. So, let's start with the lightest teal and just kind of fill it in. Okay. So now I want to take my darker teal and come in from the sides. On both sides. Just like that. I keep forgetting to lighten up as I'm coming this way. So remember to lighten up as you're coming in. Because I keep forgetting. Okay. So now I'm going to take not my white but my ivory. And I'm just going to go over the top of this. Just deepen that a little bit again. Okay. So now we got this bottom part here. And we're going to fill it in with terracotta. And I got a little blue down here, so I'm going to get rid of it because it's going to stay there. It won't cover it. Now it all but disappeared. All right, and this is a part of that building. And this part. And I'm going to come in here and really deepen these lines. Right here. And on the side. A little bit across the top. And just lightly bring it out, not pressing as much as I did on the side. Lightly bringing it out. Okay, now let's get our orange and deepen that again. Just do it all over again. And bring it out. Deepen it. Bring it over. I have to get rid of that. Deepen it here. bring it over. Just a little bit on the top. And a little bit here. A little bit there. Okay. And just very, 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 very lightly, I'm going to with the ivory. And I might as well do it real lightly up here too. Okay, that just kind of blends it a little bit, but keeps the highlight. And we could take the orange real lightly. Okay, now we got these little guys. So I'm trying to determine. I'm going to say this here is the top of another building, and this, I'm going to say this belongs to that. Does that sound okay? So I'm going to go ahead and put some more teal back in here. Okay. And let's see. I think I'm going to stick with this a little more. I could have did yellow, but we could do the polka dots in yellow. Or the dots, whatever they are. And this I think we'll do in dark teal. I'm going to just barely put a little bit of the dark teal down low here. Okay, just a little bit. A couple places it almost looks like I missed it. All right. Okay. So what are we going to do down here? That's what takes time, is figuring out what are these things. Oh, I was going to try to make this, because it's got to just make it teal. Maybe we'll just go ahead and make all of these teal. There's one. I don't know if they're supposed to be a part of the building or what they're supposed to be, but that's what they are. So, what if we pick up this here and bring this down in this here? So we'll just put this yellow. It's really not yellow, it's dark Naples. And I think we'll just come up here, just because it'll have this color kind of peeking through. And then we went over it with just bring it down a little bit. Doesn't have to come all the way. This paper is kind of thin, so you have to be careful not to press too hard either, regardless. Okay, so let's take our orange and do the same thing, but right in here. Okay, and let's go back with our, oops, and try to blend them together now. That's pretty, huh? Okay, and this is also this color. And our little dots, I want it to be this color. Okay, that looks good. What are we going to put in between here? I don't really... Well, let's try a little orange. I think that's going to work. Kind of blends it all together. That's pretty. Wow. That is pretty. Very pretty. And that's basically all the colors that are used, except for there is some greens in there. So, wow. Pretty, pretty. Okay, let's do this one. Let me get my picture back up. Okay, that one is orange and teal. There's one, excuse me. Where's my little, I'm trying to make my picture bigger and I can't see where my little increaser thing is. Let's say see more. Let's go to full screen. Okay. All right, so one of these is like yellow and that green. It's the one right in front, but we'll do this one. Let's do this one. This one would be fun. So let's see how we're going to do this. We're going to do this. It's got a little teal, gold, a lot of yellow. So I'm going to really, really, really do this lightly on the top. Then it gets pretty heavy, but I'm just going to keep it light because we're going to have to see how this is going to work. Okay, so now it's a bright yellow. So maybe we just color this with these little V's. And then we can come back and the top part so much that you can you can't hardly see it and it's tiny. But this is what we're going to do. This will be our interpretation. And then we'll come back in and we'll deepen the green in between. But the yellow is definitely showing up really good. I'm really happy about that. Because that's what it is. It's really yellow. And it's more of a V or a triangle. But this is what we're doing. Okay. And then it's kind of like, it's almost a teal green though, isn't it? Rather than a lime green. So I'm just going to come in here in between. Yeah, that's closer. And I'm going to just go in between these and intensify this green. I really like that, how that turned out. And it is quite similar to the colors and the style. And that's all you have to do with anything, is just find your picture. And then try to follow along. As close as you can. And just see what it turns out to look like. And it looks like you could have just gone all the way down around like this. But that one's a little off wacky. Like that. And then you can bring it down like this. Works the same way, and then you can go back in there and fill in those yellow spots. Okay, and then on the picture, there's going to be some yellow. Okay, this will work. And then pick up your bright yellow and fill it in any place where it's missing. And we'll say it's an exact replica. But it does look similar. But that's got little spiky things. And then it goes into that again. And then this is more turquoise. So what is this? This is turquoise. How come it is turquoise? I'm going to make this part turquoise. And this part yellow. And this part green. What is that little ball? It's gold. So we'll do this. We'll do some yellow. And we just need a little bit of dark. And a little star. Put just a little tiny bit of that. I didn't do too good with that, but that's okay. Sometimes that pencil, that pulls you off to one side or the other, and you're trying not to. If you're not happy, just keep working on it. It'll end up okay. All right, let's see. So we're heading back. All of this part is a light creamy color. So let's just put that in. We'll skip that one. We'll do this one. And then there's a line, but it's not there, so we're not going to worry about it. And these are like these. Okay, so now we're just going to fill this in like we do. Darken this around the window a little bit. I'm sitting here thinking, how am I going to do, because I want to do the next one in the speed one, and then the very final one I'll do normally, because I want to try it and see how, if I just sat here and colored and didn't really say anything, and so that you could see how I'm doing it, but you think it's a bad idea to do that, just let me know in the memo and I won't do it. But I just want to try it and see. Because I know sometimes I watch videos and I just skip through it till I get to the end to see what it is going to look like. And sometimes I'll go back and I'll say, okay, I do want to see this. I've seen a couple of things in the last couple days, I'm telling you. We've got some awesome colorists that do some really wonderful imagination that just kind of, I know they're supposed to be white, but I'm just going to go over them a little more. But I am going to try them. And I should have wrote people's names down. I should have. But I could look it up. I'll try to do that so you can, if you want to go see them, you can see theirs. Let's just make this darker. Okay. And then we're going to go over this with our orange. Okay. And my picture keeps shutting down. Okay, so now we're going to go into see how pretty this, I mean, this is the colors that are in these buildings in Moscow. It's like a whole little palace built in the middle of, all I've seen is pictures. I have not been there. And I know I'm part Russian too. I'm German and Russian mostly. I had a full-blooded French grandmother, great-grandmother. My parents came from Kansas. My dad says, I remember Grandma sitting out on her front porch rocking, smoking an old corncob pipe. I was like, oh my gosh. And she came, I guess, over from France. She was a full-blooded French lady. Well, that's kind of amazing. I imagine I'm more Heinz 57 than anything, you know. I've always wanted to do one of those analyzer things to see what you are. And I think my brother did it. And we are a lot of Russian. How much? I don't know for sure. I always wanted to get my hands on a copy of that, but I never did, so I guess it doesn't really matter. I am what I am. Whatever I am, I am. But it is interesting, isn't it? It's going to be a very colorful picture. I don't even know. All I know is I just wanted to do it. I wanted to see if I could make it. Oh my gosh, we've already been here an hour. So, these are grapes, grapevine. That'll add some pretty color to this. So every one of these little buildings are going to be these colors. There's one, must be this one she's thinking of. It looks like an ice cream cone, but it swirls, and there's one on this side that swirls. It's got blue. This one's got green and yellow. This one's blue and white. And so it's just going to be kind of up to your imagination at a certain point, because that's as far as we go. So I'm thinking, I think we'll make these teal to bring this down, and bring some yellow in that door with the teal dots maybe, huh? And I'll practice on something to do a short video that's speeded up. I don't know how that works, but they do it, and they just speeds it up to a, although you can do it on your, I'm thinking what, maybe do teal. On your computer, if you, let me see if I can get in there. Where is YouTube? Let's see if I can mute it. All right. So you click on your picture. There's 3 dots on your right hand side. The very last thing is 3 dots. And wonder if they changed it. Show transcript. What is that? That shows where, I think they've changed it. Used to be, you could change how fast or slow you watched it. But this is, that isn't. Maybe you can't anymore. Used to be able to speed it up or slow it down. And I don't see that anywhere. Used to be under the 3 dots. Now it's report or show transcript, which is just whatever the person's talking about. So that doesn't work anymore. And okay, well let's just say it doesn't work anymore. They changed it again. I know, I don't know why they take certain things out. Here's a sort by, let's see. Top of comments, nope. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? I'm looking at the bottom. You have to put your mouse over the video itself. And then, let's see if we can, settings. Okay, so it looks like a little flower. And let's see which one it is. Playback speed time. It's the second one from the top. And if you click on it, it's clicked on normal. So you can slow it down or you can speed it up. So it just depends what you click on. And then you can watch it in slow motion, or you can speed it up to where you can go through. So you could do it yourself. Amazing, huh? Okay, I kept looking at the 3 dots. Somebody kept saying the 3 dots, the 3 dots. So it's stuck in my head. And it may have been in there. But now you go into the little flower. And the second one down is what you're looking for to slow it down or speed it up. So you can speed it up, mute it, and just speed it up and watch people do it at a very fast rate instead of, sometimes you're thinking, hurry up, hurry up. I do anyway. I don't know about anybody else, but sometimes I just want to see it quickly. I want to see where you're going. I want to see what it's going to look like. So let's do this part. Okay. I think we're just going to finish this little part of this building and call it a day. I love doing this with more than one color. It's just really adding to my experience. As it really changes the color, and I think there's going to be times when I'm going to be able to come closer to the color I'm looking for, and that's how I was messing around trying to see how I could come up with the color that I don't have. And the lady that I posted on, what was I doing? Just, it had to have been the last video I was doing this on, but the one about the grapes, if you missed that, it's in the memo of, oh, isn't that pretty? That just, to me, that just is very pretty. So we're going to do this door in a bright yellow. Is that what we're going to do? Or are we going to do it in the green and put the yellow dots? Let's do it in the green. And then we'll use the Posca, and we're going to come in with the yellow dots. So I think it's still, yep, it's laying right there. And then you can just take your green and darken up two sides of it. Just gives it a little highlight. Okay. You could do the same in here. And since we're going to use our Posca pen, it's going to go right over this. So it's going to make this look kind of quilted. Just go in both directions. Both directions, see? I kind of like, and I think I'm just gonna, I want to leave it, and I'm still coloring and I'm still talking and it's not even coming together. Okay. Of course we're going to put a little bit of glitter when we get done. Of course we are. You know me. So we're going to put little dot there, little dot there. And I had an experience on a picture that I was doing that this leaked. I must have been pressing on it. And I grabbed a Q-tip and I just set it on there and it soaked it up immediately. But it still had that little white blob. So if this does, rather than trying to get something that may or may not work, a Q-tip definitely soaks it up. I didn't worry about taking it off the page because I didn't think it would come off the page. And very, 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 very nice. Isn't that pretty? Let's try one more coat on this little building. Just to give it, you don't want to push on these things at all. I missed the little spot there. You just give it a little tiny dot. I got some white ones, skinny white ones. Makes it nice. So I have 3 sizes of these now. Not every color. I have every color in the bigger one. I think this is the bigger one, isn't it? Yeah. And I don't even know what color. I think I got 8 colors. That kind of makes it pop out a little more. Do it here again. Just trying to make it a little bit bigger. cover up that black. This is opaque, so it will cover stuff up for you. Okay. This is as far as we're going today. And I could use that Posca pen when this dries and go in there with my white and just highlight the white. But other than that, we're done for today, and I'll come back tomorrow and we'll work on the rest of them. And I'll save this and some of the decoration part for the very last one, but we'll do the buildings next tomorrow, and then we'll do the fun part on a slow one. So if nobody's told you today that they love you, let me tell you today, I love you. And you were special. And I do appreciate you watching. You make my heart happy. And if you aren't subscribed, please subscribe. And if you like the videos, please give them a thumbs up. Until tomorrow, I'll see you then.